Hello, everyone. My dear friends, today is April Fool's Day. April 1st. Please don't let anybody trick you. I am here to show you my finished March journal. This will be my third creative journal. My first where I was home the whole time, and so was able to use my stuff, the habit here, and I'll have to fix this little bit. This is an old vintage bingo card that I already had made, and then this was just some fabric I had, and I used a manila envelope to make my cover, and then this is just some linen I had, some lace, the whole bit. Was not able to really participate with Allison at AJ's Inspired Lives. Item of the month because it was a hoarder, using hoarded items, and I don't hoard. As soon as I get something, my gosh, I'm using that stuff. But there were some things I forgot about, and so I did use some of those. So this is beginning of March, and as the saying goes, March came in like a lamb. And the bugs have been awful. The flies and the ladybugs, oh my gosh. Whatever you are, be a good one. By Abraham Lincoln. And I did laundry and cleaned upstairs closets, reorganized. Laundry's almost finished. I feel like that's all I do. And this was just the pretty to put in here. And empowered women, empower women. And this is also Women's Month or something like that. I don't remember. March 2nd, this is where the fun stuff happens. I cleaned closets. Emerson was here. Found dresses that Marlene must have worn in the 50s and 60s. I reorganized bathroom closets. I was still putting away stuff. And Emerson came and helped, and we crafted till she needed to leave for dance. We had a good time. This is also Read Across America Day and Dr. Seuss's birthday, just in case you didn't know. And then, bad fibromyalgia today. I did my regular cleaning of bathroom, of course laundry. Late afternoon, came up to craft and made a couple of videos. Did a lot of waiting, laying in my chair. I hurt, but it was a good day anyway. Drank a lot of tea that day. I think this one, Splenda said, spread kindness around like confetti. Kind words do not cost much, yet they accomplish much. Well, this was there, and it must have come out. Emerson had brought up a unicorn that had a hole in it, and so I did get it mended. And Bill's heart is doing great. He's looking better, getting stronger, and still tired and careful. But that's okay. That was okay. He's had a rough go, but once the heart got transplanted, he has done great. Gets tired, those kind of things, but for somebody trying to adapt with a brand new heart, he's done wonderful. I stopped by the consignment store and found some journal goodies. Dollar General got some bird feeders. And I took some quilts by Jenny, that's Nikki's mom. My curtains, hand towels for the bathroom, and curtains for our bedroom came in. And at the pharmacy, I got in a good visit with Danny. Kathy, Bill's wife, Kadu, came in, and we got to visit. It was a wonderful day. I've never seen this one before. And, of course, my banana sticker. This day rained. Had DAR. Didn't get to go because of my fibro. It was Mom's 92nd birthday, but she asked me not to come and visit because Patty was going to. Yeah. Greg brought in a kid goat, and we tried to save it, but we didn't. This day, I went in and had to go into town. I can't remember what for. And then Greg and I went to Dave and Vonnie's and took the generator and a sprayer and the tiller that he was going to work on. And I helped Vonnie start working, not that she hadn't already, but work in her she shed, which that was really fun. Then daylight savings time. Greg and Andy played golf. I was still hurting that day, still on medicines, but I didn't make Andy's birthday card. Emerson came up and we made a coaster for her daddy. This is the fabric we used. Just a simple little coaster. She made this for me. Oh, and she made a bookmark for a friend. Saw the baby goats. Then after she left, I went for a walk and hit over my goal. I talked to my sister. Guys went to burn while I was gone. Jackson had a willow training. Busy day, but have lots gone. Went through pictures, pulling what I can to use. Made a card for Wayne and Terry Bulin. Held a ladder while Greg drilled holes in the owl house. You know, just little stuff like that, but not really a whole lot. Still battling the bugs and the flies and the bugs and the flies. And this is Andy's birthday. Very, very windy. We live, as many of you already know. Welcome if you're new. Those of you who are back again know we live in a very, very small town. And this was in the paper when Andy was born. Kids went to Quincy for Nikki's doctor's appointment, and that was about her health. And then this is about going to the catfish place. And I did it on the wrong side, so it's hard for me to read. Did laundry, of course. Made darling little clusters from some pictures I found, and this is one of them of my grandmother. Yeah, did laundry, Andy's birthday. Our town is so little that prom king and queen, and their court was on the front page of the paper this year. Yeah. I think the paper was 6 pages or something like that. This was a busy day at home. I cleaned, pulled out fabric, found some for journals. This was some of it that I found. And this is what I decided to end up using for my April journal. Finished up a dress I'd started for Ian, but I'm going to use for Project Dress a Girl. Create a home inspired by your life, and your home will inspire you. I like being home. This is a little booklet I made. This is just something I decided was something different to write in. Upstairs cleaning, repurposing boxes and containers, went through pictures and organized. Did a lot of that. Emerson had a recital. So that's where this is, but I didn't put a bow. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I try and put a bow, and Greg went to Kirksville, so he picked me up some medicine. And I took stuff to the consignment store and stuff by the library, and then found out the library was closed. This is just a little cluster I made, trying to use my clusters because I love making them. But I don't always. Hurting really bad. Yeah, story of my life. Here's a little shamrock. Oh, had some of these little cookies that were good. Then wrote in this, Greg and I stayed in today, lots of snowdrifts, and Nikki said it was really slick. Not sure if they'll be able to have school tomorrow. Yeah, we kind of had a surprise snow this day. I'll have to come back and fix that. This is a picture from when I was in England. Yeah. For the little leprechaun houses. Then we had St. Patrick's Day. Kids did not have school. Patricia Miller brought over some DAR papers for me and got stuck in our driveway. Here's just a little house in Ireland. Swept floors, laid out food, started a load of clothes and dishes, decorated more washi tags, and felt like Susie Homemaker. Weather was beautiful, but very muddy, since still snow where the snowdrifts melted, but at least it was melting. Here's a hoarded tag. I tend to hoard my tags. I fixed a good supper. Greg offered to go to the catfish place, but I'd already had some cod and corn, potatoes ready to cook for supper. Made a birthday card for Kathy for her birthday. Woke up to a kid goat crying, tried feeding, snuggling. We lost that one too. Spent most of the day crafting and piddling around. Fun day. Met my goal walking. I went out and walked it. Be your best productive self. Oh, went down and looked at Jackson's workbench that he did a really good job. Don't you like how crooked I get things? Yeah. Just playing in my journal. I do a lot of my journaling. I do my writing when I do, or right after I decorate, but I do a lot of it on my own. I have trouble thinking and talking and decorating some days. Oh, I mailed a Happy Mail. Took stuff to the library, dropped up some trash. Yeah, made little pockets for flower and butterflies. After trip to town, worked on journals, made the pockets and tags. This is a hoarded item. Wonderful, beautiful day. Emerson and I went to Cantrell Vendor. Emma found a gnome rabbit, some earrings, a chain. I bought some honey and a bag for a DAR. The guy's all burnt. Yeah. Changed purses again. Yeah. I have these little pigs on here like they're crying because they got moved from their mommy. They were already weaned, but Frankenswine and Porky, the kids' 4-H pigs, arrived this day, and I did some cleaning. I don't clean my whole house at the same time. This was just a goat postcard I found of Greg's grandpa's. Baked cookies. Very windy. Cut out my Project Dress-A-Girl dresses and took things slowly. Took warm cookies out to the kids in barn. I like to bake the cookies and then bake them as we need them. Guys did another burn. And I walked. It was cold and windy. Emerson had a tooth that was really loose, and then she lost the tooth in the car waiting for Nikki to go dance. She played with that tooth forever. We made a doll that I showed on another video for her one of her arts and crafts project, and then she made positive clothespins for dance. And then I worked on a journal of their past project things that they have made that I'm gonna do a video on sometime. Went to Kim went and got a massage. And then after massage, I got ready to run into town. And then Greg and I got our driver's license and all that. And we became Missouri citizens this day. Registered to vote. Then I went and I talked to our art teacher about a poster contest. And then we went to town to pick up medicine and to talk to the pharmacist and got that all done. And then Greg and I went to Dave and Bonnie's and I got to see her updated she shed that looks wonderful. Then they met us at the catfish place and I got in a walk. So this was a busy day. Then the kids came over to see baby goats, Kathy and her kids, her daughter and her 2 little kids, Eva and Arthur. And Emily said her in-laws have goats, only they have meat goats. And she said they were going to be real excited about the 5 babies that we had with one mama. Then I picked up sticks and hoed the flower bed. And then Molly and I took 3 loads to the dump. Yeah, Molly and I worked. We were tired. Then Friday, I had to go to Kirksville to get my eyes checked. And that's when I did some shopping. And I have a big haul video if you missed that. And had a lot of fun. Even went by myself, but I did have a lot of fun. I came home and did a video. And then this past weekend, Emerson and Chloe danced in Peoria. Chloe is Jackson's little girlfriend. And they did all great. Scored well. And Greg tilled up the garden and I put clothes out on the line. I went through scraps and separated what were scraps and what were good fabric, kind of so I exactly know what I have, and I matched fabric to pockets and stuff. And then weather changing put me down. Sunday I woke up with laryngitis and a sore throat, and I have carried that pretty much all week. The guys went to over to JJ's and burnt. I'm over it. So sick. So sick. And then Monday I was a little better. I washed towels and Greg's burning clothes and put them out on the line and helped Greg move goats from the fun pen back to the pasture. It just didn't feel good. So windy, the clothes didn't take long to dry. And then yesterday, Saw my first daffodils. I hoed flower beds some more. The bugs. Andy moved more goats out of the fun. He moving them in the nursery, moving them around. And then last night we had a huge thunderstorm. And so I put out like a lion. And that is April. Good month. A lot of that was March. And then for my sticker book, I was able to really keep it up. It helps when I have lots more stickers. But it's fun. I'll get better and better at it. I've got April a little bit decorated. I watered plants this morning while my cookies were baking. But that's all that. And then I've got some stickers. These are, when I walk, and some of these stickers will just stay in here. So March is completed at my house. And now we are ready for April. I used puffy paint to make my cover. I could not think of how I wanted to do this, and I decided just to put April 2026 with puffy paint, something different. The item of the month, I don't know why I took that out. The item of the month is borders. So I'm just going to put this, and then I'll make something cute. Item of the month. And I'm very excited for that because, number one, I have a lot of borders. But I am home and can use them. So this is the start of my book, Be You, Not Them. The story begins. And here I've already got a border. I used brush show on some of my pages so that, those white pages, some of them looked a little decorated. Too much of a good thing is wonderful. And here's today. Yes, I've already done today. We had April showers. I've got my borders. I baked cookies. I made cookies. I baked a couple, but I've got the writing. And I did all of that now because I know when I go downstairs, I'm not doing another doggone thing today. Not another one. These I put on. I took my liquid pearls and my stickles and put them on that paper that stickers come on. I can't think what it's called, but you know what I mean. We all have enough stickers. We know that kind of paper. And I made these and let them dry, and then took them off and stuck them in this box. First time I've ever done it. I was watching AJ's Inspired Life, and Allison had shown about doing it, and I watch her old ones too. I watch a lot of people's old ones. And so I don't know if this was a new one or an old one. However, mine are sticking together, which is fine because perfection is not my thing. And Virgos are supposed to be, but, I'm not. So anyway, that's what these are. So I don't know if I took them off too soon or if that's just kind of the nature of the beast. But at least I can glue them down, and I don't have to wait forever for them to dry. And it just kind of gave a fun little spot holder there. And this is a very hoarded item. But I wanted to wait until Easter before putting it in here. I use Bluebonnet when I make my cookies. And I'm baking the cookies because the kids 4-H group is having a bake sale Friday. And they go up and down the streets on their own, walking, and sell for people in town. Sell to, like, they'll go to the coffee shop, and then the people in the coffee shop, well, they want to buy any cookies and stuff for Easter Sunday. And they've done this a few years. And so I told Nikki, I said I'd do her baking for her. So I'm going to bake cookies for that. And then Gray picked me up a couple of pie pans so that I could send in a couple of pies too and help out. And then Andy will take them all in. But I've kind of been through pulling out stuff. I know I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I know I'm going to be baking. So some stuff I've just already stuck in. I wish I had some faith-based stickers for Easter, but I don't, so I'll use my bunnies. I know it's the day Jesus dies on the cross. And then a lot of Easter egg hunts are going on him. And then Sunday is Easter, when he arose from the grave. And then Tuesday is my sister and my best friend Danny's birthdays. So I kind of got those already in, and some stuff that I can use for borders if I need to. So March is out. I'll tie that and finish it up with that one that I got to reglue, and take this is ready to go too. So I hope this finds you doing wonderful. I hope you're getting ready with your April journal, getting along fine with your March, and I hope you remember you have a purpose. Bye for now.